Before we jump into discussing the 6 gifts, we first need to understand why human relationships are so darn complicated. Why? Because this will help us fully appreciate the value of the 6 gifts in overcoming these complications and challenges. Although there are a multitude of factors that tend to complicate interpersonal relationships, there are a few biggies that stand out. These factors are differing personality types, differing attachment styles, varying degrees of emotional intelligence, differing ability to apply conflict resolution skills, and lastly, the biggest one of the bunch, are differing belief systems. I saved the biggest for last because I'm going to expound upon that in a little greater detail. In the meantime, let's take a look at the other 4 factors. Personality types are the patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that characterize individuals. In essence, it's why you do what you do. The Myers-Briggs assessment can help you understand your personality type. The Myers-Briggs assessment asks questions about how you prefer to communicate, make decisions, gather information, and organize your life. Based on your answers, it categorizes you into one of 16 personality types. With 16 different personality types, this leads to plenty of opportunity for conflict. Why? Because conflict can be created when individuals with differing personality types interact. This can be a result of variations in communication style, interpersonal preferences, and compatibility. In fact, studies have shown that compatibility of personality types can influence relationship satisfaction. Certain studies have shown that specific personality traits can predict relationship outcomes. Our personality type also influences our conflict resolution and communication styles. It is important to be aware of what your personality type is and to be aware of the personality type of the person you are interacting with. Our attachment styles, often rooted in our early relationships, plays a crucial role in shaping how we connect emotionally with others and how we approach interpersonal relationships. Your primary attachment style can be either secure, anxious, or avoidant. Picture attachment styles like emojis for relationships. Secure is a warm hug emoji. Anxious is the frightened fear emoji, and avoidant is a mysterious ghost emoji. Understanding these styles helps you decode the dynamic in your relationships. Recognizing our own attachment style and its influence upon our ability to interact with those with differing attachment styles is vital for fostering healthy relationships. Attachment styles can detrimentally impact interpersonal relationships by fostering insecurity, anxiety, and avoidance. This can make communication and conflict resolution very challenging, thus leading to a cycle of negative interactions. These detriments may contribute to a lack of trust, fear of abandonment, and challenges in forming secure, satisfying bonds affecting both the individual and their partner's well-being. Addressing these issues requires self-awareness, open communication, and a mutual commitment to understanding and meeting each other's emotional needs. And meeting the emotional needs of others brings us to the next factor. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to recognize, understand, manage, and effectively use one's own emotions as well as empathize with and navigate the emotions of others in interpersonal interactions. Think of it like having a superpower for understanding and dealing with your own feelings and being a compassionate detective when it comes to figuring out what others are feeling. A deficiency in emotional intelligence can hinder interpersonal relationships by impeding effective communication, as individuals may struggle to understand and express emotions, leading to misunderstandings and conflict. Additionally, the inability to navigate and manage emotions can result in heightened stress, reduced empathy, and strained connections within relationships. Emotional intelligence contributes to successful conflict resolution, as individuals with high EI can navigate and manage emotions effectively during disagreements. This leads us into our next factor. Conflict resolution in interpersonal relationships refers to the process of addressing and settling disputes or disagreements through effective communication, negotiation, and problem solving, aiming to restore harmony and understanding between individuals. Consider conflict resolution as a collaborative art project. Opinions are the various colors on the palette. Disagreements are the creative debates. Compromise is the mixing of the colors. And harmony is the masterpiece that emerges when everyone contributes to create something beautiful together. Conflict resolution in interpersonal relationships not only addresses issues, but also cultivates a more positive and resilient relational environment, fostering understanding, trust, and mutual growth. A lack of conflict resolution skills can negatively impact interpersonal relationships by fostering unresolved tensions, escalating disagreements, and creating a toxic communication environment. This deficiency may lead to emotional distancing, eroding trust, and contribute to long-lasting resentment, hindering the overall health and stability of the relationship. Have you noticed that there are certain keywords that are shared across each of these four factors, like trust, respect, understanding, and empathy? Curious. This leads us to our final factor and the biggest of the bunch, belief systems. In our next lesson, we will discuss belief systems, the cycle of socialization, and how our belief systems negatively impact our core. I will see you in the next lesson.